Right, you lot, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I've been really slacking on this channel. I've kind of changed up my main channel, if you haven't seen. I'm kind of going for a new direction there. So this channel's kind of taken a back burner, but I want to kind of come back and do some content. And my god, this week there's been some big stories. 2 major stories in the world of football, which I'm going to do dedicated videos to. So yeah, I'll have a video on the Man City thing in a couple days out. But I need to talk about the European Super League return. Oh, the Super League is just a football fan's kryptonite. It's just a bad guy in a Saturday morning cartoon. Oh, it's just a league's answer to Team Rocket. I mean, will Team Rocket get overthrown this time? No, they'll get away and escape. Oh, Florentino Perez has to be one of the most unlikable people in the world. And his consistent and persistent champion of this league is just so deflating. I just can't stand it. The original Super League was a disgrace on every level. The exclusivity of it, the kind of rich get richer scheme, the fact you would absolutely tearing teams out of the Premier League and their foreign and their local leagues just to play in this elite kind of rich get richer. It was atrocious, right? And it would have happened if Premier League fans did not get uproared about this and that the Big 16 didn't do an incredible job of protesting. And I'm sorry that we would be in the Super League right now. Oh god, I can't imagine that world. If the fans didn't make an uproar about it. John W. Henry in his absolute crap apology video with, oh look, I've got a flower here. Please feel bad for me. Where he had all the authenticity and emotion of a strangling cat. But the Super League has come back with a nasty vengeance. And I'm sorry, this new Super League is no better. Now what they've tried to do is they've seen, okay, we can't win you over by giving you the whole thing immediately. So we're gonna make it seem like it's gonna be alright. We're gonna keep you in your league. And we're going to make this a promotion and relegation thing. We're going to have 80 teams and we're going to have different leagues. We're going to have the top tier, you know. It's like the Champions League, the Conference League, and Europa League, you know. We're going to do it like that. And they're only going to have to play 14 games a season. It's nothing. Okay. Players are overworked as it is already. Adding 14 games on to the already 38 games scheduled with the Premier League, the many cup games, all the random friendlies that they have to do internationally, and this. And I know this is they say, what, Lewis, this is to replace the Champions League. Let's think of how many games you actually play in the Champions League for a start. In the Champions League, you play 6 games in the group stage, okay. You get to the last 16, that's 2 legs, that's 8. You get to the quarter-final, 2 more, that's 10. Semi-final, 2 more, 12. The final, that's 1 game, 13. So if you got to the final of the Champions League, which is a rarity, that's a very difficult feat to do, you'd still be playing less games than this Super League. But that's only scratching the surface of this. The big issue I have with this is that you know this isn't going to just be 14. This isn't just going to be 14 games. It will start off as that, but as seasons go by, it will increase. And demand and, you know, your glory hunter fans will eat this up. Your Americanized fans will eat this stuff up. Like, oh, we're going to see Real Madrid and Man United play each other every other month. And it's like, you're taking away all the prestige of that. In this, you know, they're saying it's going to be a 14-team league. Okay, so you're going to have the big 6 in there. You're going to have Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, probably Inter and AC Milan as well. And maybe you chuck PSV, Bayern Munich and Dortmund in there. I'm sorry, but one of the joys of the Champions League is that you don't get to play these sort of teams everywhere. It also is taking away and sabotaging the underdog mentality. You look at Ajax making the semi-final a few years back, or even Villarreal last season. You're minimising that chance for an underdog, and in recent years we have seen these kind of surprise teams go really far in the Champions League. If you're taking away that, you're literally just saying, okay, you're at this level, you're playing here. I also think it kind of deflates kind of the purpose of the Premier League, because if you're doing this Super League, people are going to want to watch these big clashes, and if every game in the Super League is a massive match, like The teams that I mentioned there, every game, even if Tottenham are in it, still, Tottenham Dortmund is still going to be a bigger game than, I don't know, Arsenal against Burnley. No one's going to care to watch that. So the issue is, it sabotages engagement in the Premier League, and local leagues will die out, and that's the truth. Now, I've seen people actually say this Super League could be a good alternative, and this could serve as a good kind of battle and counter to UEFA. Of course, UEFA are the ones who are in charge of the Champions League, the Europa League and the Conference League. And yes, they've made their missteps. I mean, they're no better. Their new Champions League format is atrocious. It's, again, adding way more games. And I personally think the current Champions League format is perfect and does not need any changes. I think they fixed that and they got rid of the away goal rule. I'm sorry, that was too complicated and stupid. The away goal rule was ridiculous. Like, I know it had its cool moments, but I'm glad they got rid of that. But this Super League, man, it is a joke. And it's all about commercialisation. And it's all about delaying the inevitable. We know the Super League will eventually happen, but we can't let it happen. We can't let the Premier League teams be part of this league. And I know, well, you get the issue, well, the Premier League don't join it, and La Liga's teams do, Serie A's teams do, PSG. The Champions League is just us lot, and I don't know, bloody, that one Cyprus team. I don't know, Rangers might be in the Champions League there. I don't know, PSV might be in it. Like, who really cares? Maybe Ajax stay. Like, the Champions League is redundant, but I'd rather have that. I'd rather have the Premier League team, and they can't. I'm sorry. If any of the owners think to go anywhere near this, it's a disgrace, and they deserve to be called out. Right, so that is my take on the European Super League, the new one. And I'm sorry, can the Super League just die already?